All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode one officially for how to make a scenario. Today, I am going to cover some of the basics, which is just simply creating the map um, and getting started with the planning phase, which is the most important part. I would recommend that if you have not done so just yet, to take some time to figure out what it is that you want to do and kind of how you would like to go about it. And during the course of this series, or even if you find it on an episode, that thing that you're looking for, you can then implement it. But planning is definitely one of the biggest things that you're definitely going to need to do. But do keep in mind, even though you do plan for what you do want, some of those things may change. As long as you have the overall objective in mind, you should definitely be good and see a project through to the finish. So I am going to create a new project today, new scenario, and I'm going to continue it for the series that I have going called Broken Rebel. Um, I showed that in the introduction video. For you guys, it is of course available on Steam, so do check that out um, whenever you get a chance. But today, this is about the second map in this series, and I'm going to build a lot of it with you guys. Some parts I'll be doing offline behind the scenes, but I will be showing you guys little introductions as time goes by. So let's get a name here. And I'm just gonna put in a placeholder for the description. The map is going to be, because I did a little bit of scouting out, I believe it's Kaliningrad, and we'll hit create and jump right into this. I am not going to add a image just yet. We will wait on that. I don't think any of this matters. Oh, that's crazy. That's what I had it on last time. That's why that was happening. Um, I'll just hit edit. All right. So the overall theme for this map that I'm going to do, if you couldn't tell, is going to be a wave defense. It's going to be not so much my first attempt at doing it because some of the maps I already have kind of already do something like it. So, but this is going to be a true wave defense with some extras, and of course with my touch on how I like to make my scenarios. Um, Also going along with the theme of my current series that I have going. And this is probably episode two, if you will. So here we are on our map. And as we take a look, I know I'm going to want some key things, some objectives to hold on the map. I'm going to need either the players' units or allied units to help. Um, I'm also going to need to know where the enemies are going to spawn at, and so on and so forth. So we're going to take care of those things one thing at a time. So first, let's get our spawn locations right here on new object, spawn location, and let's go ahead and drop the first one over here. Now, pause. This is very important. The order in which you do your tag placements or your objective placements is very important, especially for organizational purposes. It'll help you identify things way faster, much sooner, and a lot easier. And it won't make your tags out of place when you go into selecting them in the script editor. You won't have them mismatched in different places. So if you're doing something or setting something up, do it all the way through and probably even leave yourself an extra one or two just in case. So let me show you what that means. So I'm gonna have spawn point here, and I'm gonna say it's enemy spawn point one. Now I'm going to control C, copy that. Oh wait, hold on. Is visible is fine. Actually, we're gonna get elaborate. We're gonna go not visible. We're gonna have a trigger to bring that up when we're ready. So for now, we're gonna go not visible. The team, very important, is Bravo and ground helicopter. Yep, that all works. Okay. Um, Next point. Okay, now Control C because we're gonna copy it, and I'm gonna look for a second place. This looks fine. Drop the next one here. This is the main road, so obviously that do spawn three. I'm gonna show you why it looks like I'm doing a lot, but I'm gonna show you why in just a moment. Let's get one here. Actually, let's back it up on that road right there. These little details do matter. The road that I put it on, those little details do matter. Um, is this a main road? This is a road. I love that there's a train track here because there's something I'm going to be experimenting with that I really do hope works, but we'll see. That's another spot, spawn five. And on this side, this looks like a main road. So let's give one here. 6 spawns. Now, I have I have 6 spawns. Um, Actually, I'm going to drop a seven. And watch this. When I drop number seven here, 6 and 7 are out of place. It's important that you go ahead and move these things in terms of planning and getting them right where they need to be. Because if you're inside of your node editor and you're spawning stuff for six, uh, and you're thinking six is over, over here in this corner right next to five, but it's over there, that's gonna mess everything up. And you'll be wondering why until you figure it out. So you definitely want to leave yourself some of that space for error. Looking at the map over here, I can see this mid section is doesn't have a spawner. Um, but what I'm going to do anyways is I'm gonna move these down. Actually, no. I'm gonna keep that there and keep that there. Four seems like it's four seems like it's fine to handle that sector. Okay, so I have seven. Do I need seven? I don't know yet. The reason why I say that, of course, is because when you're planning and you have an idea and you're trying to figure out how to implement it, or you feel like one spot may be overloaded with too many things, leave yourself room for an extra. I may only use four of these things, or come to realize that I only need actually five instead of seven, but I have two extra just in case. It keeps the node the tag placements in order. Let me show you what that looks like. Script. Let's go to spawn script spawn unit. When I hit target tag, oh no, target spawn. When I hit target spawn, you see how these are in order, in the order that I actually placed them down with copy and paste. If I end up messing this up, this order, it can mess everything up. So I'm gonna leave. That's why I left some extras. I may only use four, but just in case I have five, six, and seven to use, rearrange, stretch stuff out, just in case. That is very important. Make sure you do that. And I'm gonna show you with another way that we're going to do that right now. Um, let's do objectives. We're gonna plan our objectives. So looking at our areas of attack, we got uh this spot here. We got these bridges here. We got this. We got this. Um, okay. And then we have our main areas. So we can do like a fallback kind of thing. Like if the first sector gets lost, the players have to fall back to another sector. So let's do something like that of the sort. We're going to drop an objective zone one. Let's drop it here instead of right on the bridge. No, 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 no. Hold here and then they have to fall back to here if they lose it. We're gonna try. A lot of this stuff is tricky and in theory sometimes, but uh, there's ways of making it work. So objective zone one, we're going to hold. We're gonna say, um, mm, no, we'll say sector A. Sector A. We'll increase the size. Bear with me, guys. Let's go 200, 300 by 300. That looks pretty decent. What do you guys think? Good enough size for all of that? So I got to hold sector A. All right, so we're gonna also look at our settings over here for this planning. So we want this capturable by Alpha and Bravo for sure. We don't want it capturable by neutral team because we'll have some civilians doing some work, and we don't want that happening. Um, Lost, threatened, or captured, we will definitely put it on that, and we will keep it on default for this. No, actually, we're gonna put A. Screw it. Yeah, no, we're gonna put A. HUD text. You need this HUD text to show what the name is of an object while in game. Um, so right here I have displayed name, but if I start the game, um, the name is not going to be above the objective. The only way that works is I copy this, or it could be completely something different. It doesn't have to be the same thing. I could put sector A and then write control the town inside the HUD text, and the player when they're playing will see control the town. They won't see sector A. But for easy purposes, we're going to just make sector A and sector A so we see the same thing in game. Now, oh nope, don't do that yet either. Hold on, look at the rest of our sectors first. Um, we're going to make some income for this. We're going to give an income bonus for this sector being held by Alpha team or Bravo team, I guess, at the same time, but Bravo doesn't matter. Um, and we're going to say that this sector is going to be, for now, 10 income. Seems like it's low, but you'll see as everything unfolds. We'll be adding in um, money and income and different things like that for the player to get money. So get money. All right, that's enough. Control C. Is that everything? Owner team is none, of course. Capture time 5 seconds. Let's not say capture time is 5 seconds for this because we want to give the player some time to respond to the threat and take it back if needed. 30 seconds seems like it's too slow as well because if you think of a helicopter having to travel to the location or even worse, a vehicle having to travel, especially if it's tracked, it's going to take a minute. So should we go a minute? Let's go a minute. That's funny. We'll go a minute. We'll keep it as a circle. Now is that everything is visible? No, we're gonna keep it not visible as well starting the game. Actually, oh crap. Yeah, not what? Not visible. Control C. That is it. All right. Um, this looks like a sector to hold. Want it there. Want it there. There. Nah, this is already looking like a fallback sector. Mm, no, let's drop it back right here. Sector A, Sector A1. Uh, it's not going to be Sector A1 though. We're going to change that. This one. I mean, this seems pretty decent. No, we're gonna increase the size. We're not gonna be lazy. Whoa. Actually, the oval kind of works. Okay. So we got three sectors. We're gonna change it really quick. This is important. Say A, B, change it down here. B, C. Oh, come on. Oh, duh. Gotta change up here too. Make sure you do that. C and C. Um, and then we'll also look for over here for our other spots to hold. We have bridge heads here, but our most important item is right here. This is going to be our capital location, that stadium. If the stadium gets lost, it is going to be game over. So at some point, that will be triggered and vulnerable. So we'll get some sectors over there last. Those will be our last sectors. We're gonna focus back over here. Um, top one over here. It's ABC. I'm gonna change this now to D. Let's see, that's a bridge. This needs to be increased. Turn it. If you hold right click while hovering over the objective or the object while selected, it'll turn that. So that's D. This is E. Um, Over here we obviously need one as well. Oh boy. No, that's going to be something different. We're going to put something specific for here in just a moment. Um, this needs to be held, and this is a little bit more difficult because it does there there's no buildings for cover. So this is like purely vehicles that have to cover this sector. We're going to increase this 350 just to kind of get it. Uh, Seems fine. There is another bridgehead here and another bridgehead here, which is crazy. Do I want to do a really long one that covers both of these sectors? Could have also placed it back here, but we have this bridge, so you know what? Actually, what we can do is we'll go 500 by 500, and this will oh something that's still kind of stretchy. No, 500 by 500. We'll see how we'll shape that up a little later. Let's keep moving on. Because this is going to intend to cover both of these areas, if you will. So need to stop being lazy and just do the work. That kind of covers both of those bridges. And we have this, which is also interestingly enough, still connected to our area over here. And we have these sectors too. Let's rearrange this. We're gonna go A, B, C. Yeah, this is a lot, but hey, we can make this work. This is I'm doing this because I'm aware of large scale and how it can work. After doing it for so like the third map now, I understand. So I definitely know it's possible, and it's also going to create for much more of a what is it called? Much more of a immersive wave defense. some of these sectors are going to be intended to fail, but that's a-okay. Oh man, there's another bridge. Hold on. Increase this. No. Somewhere around here. Cover both of those bridges. I'll shape that up more off camera, obviously. Um Sector E has everything on it. Sector E, yes, okay. Taking this one. Almost done here. Bear with me. We'll drop it. We need our other one here. I kind of want to cover this whole thing. What is it? Sector E. That's F. F. G. Change it down here. Forgot to do it over here too. While I'm doing this, you guys can definitely, of course, be sure to build along, plan yourself out carefully as well. You want to make sure that you have all of this properly done before you start messing around with the scripts. I'm telling you, after 3 times of doing this, um, there's no question about it. You want to be prepared and you want to give yourself extras just in case you feel that you don't need some, you can get rid of it. Or if you find a new idea that you want, you can add it back in. E, F, G. See, this is why I have so many. No, yeah, that goes back here. H, H. Oh, that's wrong. This is why you check. This is why you check. This is why you stick around for the video and watch all the way through to make sure that you see the little things that I have to catch so that you can catch it too in your own scenarios as well. But of course, you know, if there's something that I'm doing that you see I clearly missed and then ended the video, please guys, jump in the comments, let me know. EFG sector H. Um I think it definitely needs a resize. Yeah, we'll leave that. It's gonna go to sector H. JK. Oh my goodness, there's another one over here. Oh my. Uh have to. Sector L. Um that should be it. And I'm going to actually add this. We're gonna call this mm, not sector. What is this called? Hold on. You know what? Let's just do gate one. Some of these things are going to be triggers. Gate one, gate two, change it down here. Gate two. Yep, gate one, gate one. Okay, so we got those, and we also have for this planning phase that I have, we're going to drop this over here. What? We're gonna call this start. All right. So we have all of these sectors over here. These are all of our objectives to hold. And even as we zoom out and look at all these, now, yes, it seems like it's a lot. Honestly, it's probably a lot. It definitely feels like a lot, but it can all be managed. Um, the best way of definitely doing that is by A, making sure that you check that everything is labeled and named correctly. Uh, B, you leave yourself some extra just in case you need to add some uh, to keep your tags organized inside of, or not just your tags, but your objectives and your pull down menus for your nodes organized for when you're looking for stuff or finding stuff or you need to debug something. You need to make sure that you have more than enough that you need um, in order to do that. Um, I mean, even looking at this, these are all those sectors are locations for gates. And I can already see how I'm going to need some other objectives, but I'll leave that for the next video. But this is how we're looking at starting so far. We have our objectives, we have our enemy spawns, we have our start, and we're going to need our general player spawn. But for this scenario, I'm going to be showing you guys something special, which is just another type of spawn. We're going to have one not only here uh, regular for alpha team for this one. Actually, we need alpha team spawn and we also need the neutral player spawn. Okay, pause. Yes, I need at least one more alpha spawn. But before I do that, I'm also thinking knowing that I need the um what is it called? The neutral team spawns too. So I don't know exactly how many I'm going to use or need, but for now I'm going to create myself a nice little stockpile. Uh, this we're gonna call this alpha spawn 1, and then in order to keep it in order, I'm gonna create a stockpile over here for me to use just in case I need it. Ah, darn it, wrong. That's not good. Uh, Control C. It's for alpha team. It is visible. And 2, 3. I'm gonna do this in order so I make sure I have them. They appear properly inside inside the node script editor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. Hmm. Okay. Now I got those alpha spawns. Um, and I can move these around, manipulate them however I want to in case I needed them. Or if I don't need them, it doesn't matter. They can stay on that side of the map. I can deactivate them. I can delete them later when I feel the map is finished. But they are there, ready for me to use, and they will stay in order. The next thing I am going to do is I'm now going to take, let's see, we need the neutral players, which is very, very important. Um, it is going to be called neutral spawn one. This is why we stick around, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. That. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. 2, 3. Whoa, what am I doing? All right, we have 10 alpha, 10 neutral. Oh my goodness. I didn't even turn them neutral. Hold on. That's important. Double check. Neutral, 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 neutral. Okay, they're all neutral. And these are all alpha. Okay, so now we have our spawns, we have our objectives, we have our start. We're going to try and do our best to do it with the tags as well. But that we're going to leave for another video. All right, the last thing that we're going to do for setting things up is our our camera. Okay, the camera thing can sometimes be a little bit odd, but hey, camera one. And I know that we need, if you look over to the right, it's going to say look at tag, look to unit, look to team, look to player. You can choose one of these things that you want the camera to look at, and it'll lock to it. Also, the height is very important, because if not, your camera is going to be on the ground. So we're going to give it a height of at least 100, which puts it in the air. You could also do a nice little preview as well when you lock to something. And let's do that now. Let's go to new unit. um, I need a helicopter, and we'll do this DAP. So this DAP will be the helicopter, will be what we look at. The camera, look to unit, the DAP, and as you can see, the camera follows the DAP. That is so cool. Okay, we're also going to move our camera forward. So we're going to start all the way over here. We have dialogue and stuff that we need to do. There we go. All right. Last but not least, script editor. Go away. Well, last but not least for our organization is the organizing the node. So when it comes to organizing your node, you're going to want to notate everything just to give you um, a sense of direction. Start scenario, and off of this start scenario, we're gonna have the start camera. We're just gonna leave it at that. Start scenario and the start camera. So start, you right click to bring up the list of nodes. I'm gonna do start, back this up a little bit. My goodness, why am I so close? Um, camera, set camera view, set camera view, camera one, position, wait, set view to camera one should just be um directly on the thing that we told it to look at. So that should be that. And the team should be, this is for alpha team to do that. Save, and then we're going to test, test, test. None of our objectives should be showing too when we test this thing. And there we go. Our camera was set to the helicopter of our starting area. None of our objectives are visible as we intended it to be for when the player starts in. That will be triggered later. And that is part of how you plan for your scenario and for your map. Those are some of the key things that you want to keep in mind when you're getting started. And you're going to want to do the same thing for the tags, which we'll cover in the next video as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe. Please leave a like to help grow the channel, and also spread it to other people who are also interested in looking how to get into the scripting and scenario creation. So with that said, I appreciate you guys' support. Next video is on the way. See you soon.